Welcome back guys, and in this video we are going to see the implicit weights in Selenium WebDriver. Right, in the previous video we have seen the theoretical concept relating to the implicit, explicit and fluent weight. In this video we are going to practically implement the implicit weights. Okay, so I have searched here Selenium WebDriver Java docs, and the very first link coming here is the overview of Selenium Java docs. Just click over it. After clicking over it, just move to the org.openqa.selenium package. And here we need to go to the WebDriver interface, right? After going to the WebDriver interface, you can see the all available methods in the WebDriver interface. So we have seen most of these methods in the previous videos, right? So we have already seen the manage method. Okay, we used this method to maximize and minimize the window, writing driver.manage.window.maximize. We have already seen this, right? So the manage method returns the option interface. So let's move to the options interface. And then in the options interface, we can see, a timeouts method, which returns a WebDriver.timeouts interface. Okay. So let us, move to the timeouts interface. And here we can see that we have basically a method known as implicitly waits. Okay. So this is a method available in the WebDriver.timeouts interface, and this is implicitly wait. And what does this method say? So it says that use implicitly wait and then provide the duration of wait so that you can specify the amount of time the driver should wait and then searching for an element if it is not immediately present, right? So we have already seen the theory. So let me show you the practical analysis that why do we need to implicitly wait for locating a web element, right? So for this, let me move to ebay.com. So this is a website, e-commerce website, and we can see that when we will hover over the electronics section over here, and then if we want to click over some or the other option available in the electronics section, so whether we are able to click over any one of the link available in the electronics section or not. So for suppose if I click over camera drones, another page will open because this was a link. Okay, so let me move back. So let us perform this operation via our script. So first I will open the ebay.com and then I'll move to the electronics and then I'll click over the camera drones, right? So let us first try without using any wait, right? So let me move to the script. So here we have the Eclipse IDE, and I hope that you are understanding that what basically these two lines do, because these two lines are very basic lines, and if you are onto this particular video, I hope you know the basics of Selenium WebDriver, that these two lines are invoking the Chrome browser, right? So now let me move to the ebay.com. So driver.get, and then I'll provide the the URL of ebay.com. So copying this URL and then pasting it over here, right? Now what we need to do is to first move to the electronics section. How we will move to the electronics section? We need to perform the mouse hover action, right? So I hope you know the mouse hover action. So first let me inspect this particular electronics section, and here's the anchor tag responsible for the electronics section, right? So let me copy the X path of this particular electronics section, and then I'll write here driver.find element and then by.xpath, and then provide the xpath of that particular electronics section, right? So if I hover over my mouse pointer over the find element, then we can see the return type of find element here is web element. So let me store this particular locator of electronics section in a web element kind of object, right? So web element and then element. Let me name it as element. Okay, let me give a space here and then remove this M. Yeah, so we need to import web element. So hover over your mouse over this particular underlined web element, and you will see import web element from org.openqa.selenium package. Okay, so click over here. It got imported here, right? So now what we need to do is we need to move over that particular electronic section. So let me show you. We just need to move over this particular electronic section. So this comes under the action. Okay, so we need to create the object of the actions class, right? So actions, action is equals to new actions, right? And the actions class take the driver reference. So driver, right? What is this driver reference? This is nothing but the object of the Chrome driver class. So we need to provide the driver reference in the actions class, right? And then we need to import the actions class from org.openqa.selenium.interactions package, right? Import it, and here it got imported, right? Now we need to move to the particular element. Which particular element? This particular electronics section, right? So we need to write here action dot move to element, right? And then provide the element. Which is this particular element? This, right? This element object or the variable element is storing the location of the electronics section, right? So I have provided this particular object or the variable over here, right? It took it by itself only, as you can see already. I have not typed element. It took it by itself, right? Because it knows that the only element here is this particular element variable, right? So now let me, write action dot perform, because in order to perform any action, we need to write this particular method, right? So now let me, inspect one of the items over here. So let me inspect camera drones, inspect, and then copy the XPath of this particular camera drones, right? You can see this is the link responsible for camera drones. So copying the XPath, and then we need to click over camera drones. So driver.find element and then by.xpath, and then I'm going to provide the XPath of that particular camera drones, right? And then I'm clicking over that particular camera drone. So I'm writing dot click. Okay. So let us find out that whether our website is opening and then our mouse is moving over electronics, and then whether it is clicking over camera drones or not, right? Let us check out. So let me run this particular script and show you that whether it is able to click or not. So the script is running and our ebay.com got opened, and then it moved to the electronics, and then no, it did not click over the camera drones option, as you can see, right? Why did it not click over the camera drones option? It should have clicked over the camera drones option. Why did it not click? The answer is that it was unable to locate the camera drones option. Why? Because it took time to load and the script ran too fast. That is why we need to wait for a particular element in order to click over it, right? So let me now provide a wait over this particular whole script so that our element gets located and the script is able to click over the camera drones option, right? So you can see the error over here that element not interactable. Why it wasn't interactable? Because the script was unable to locate that particular element, right? So now let me write at the top of the script after, moving to the ebay.com, let me write here driver.manage.implicitly wait. Okay, so let me select this particular method. So yeah, now we need to provide the time here. So for example, I need to wait for 4 seconds, and then I have to provide the time unit. This is a class in Java, right? Time unit, and then dot, and then we need to provide the time unit seconds. Okay, so we need to wait for 4 seconds. I wanted to wait for 4 seconds. So okay, now let me run the script once again. Let us see that whether it is able to click over that particular camera drones option or not. So it opened the ebay.com, it moved to electronics, and it clicked over the camera drones. You can see why it clicked, because we gave the script particular time to find out the camera drones option, right? We gave it time, right? So this is how we use the implicit wait. Okay, this is how we use the implicit wait, and why it is used I have shown you. Okay, and why I have provided implicitly wait at the top of the script, because this is a global wait. Okay, it waits for the whole script, right? It is not here to wait for a particular element. Okay, for that we have explicit wait, and we will see the explicit wait in the next video. So till then, keep revising, keep learning, and keep watching. Thank you.